Parenting games and laughs galore. We bring fun straight to your door. Pop culture, talk and trivia, history and new video games. Movies, music, wrestling too. Sports and stories just for you. Every week a brand new show. Come along, it's time to go. Soapbox or dashboard, oh hey. We're here to brighten up your day. Grab a snack and take a seat. Let's dive in, the fun's complete.
Hey everyone, and welcome in for another edition of Soapbox in the Kitchen. Today I am going to show you how to make fridge pickles. And these aren't just a traditional vinegar, salt and pepper on top of cucumber. It's a little bit different. I pre-cut up 6 large cucumbers, and what I'm going to do is add 2 large sliced onions. And you want to make sure you get it mixed pretty well. I mean, you'll mix it more when everything's done, but some people don't like the onions, some people like more onions, some people like less. Just kind of use your own judgment based off of how much you think you will like it. I think it adds a lot to the flavor. And just kind of make sure you get it all mixed together, and then you set that aside. In a saucepan, you'll need 2 cups of water. You will need about half of a 16-ounce bottle of white distilled vinegar. Might have done a little bit more then. And about the same amount of, about half a bottle of balsamic vinegar, and this is an 8-ounce bottle, so we're going to take about 4 ounces of it. And a little bit more. And this is kind of a to-taste type thing. That is about half a bottle, yes. Okay, I have quite a bit of fresh chopped dill, and that will go in here as well. Some celery seed. I'm a big fan of celery seed. So just kind of to taste on a lot of these seasonings. Some people like more seasoning, some people like less. I put Italian seasoning in mine. I like a lot of spices and seasoning. A little bit of chili powder. Maybe a little bit more. And where is my mustard and salt? I am going to put some salt in. A little bit more salt than I wanted. A little bit of mustard. And I like a lot of garlic. Normally I try to use fresh, but minced is what I had available. And then here's something that makes mine a little bit different. I like putting sugar and agave in. So I get a nice squeeze of agave in there. And figure out how to open this. There we go. I do like my sweet pickles. I used about 4 ounces of sugar there. So got this nice vinegary mixture here. And what I am going to do is I am going to bring this to a boil. And wrong burner, sorry. And while that is coming to a boil, I am going to take some ice and put in here with the cucumbers and onions. And this is important because it makes sure that your onions and cucumbers do not get cooked. When you dump your hot liquid on top. Okay, so just kind of spread that out on top, get it down in there just a little bit. Okay, now I am going to turn your attention to my stove. Yes, I know. Lots of random snacks over there. Okay, so this is starting to boil a little bit, but we want this to be a rolling boil because we want this hot when we pour it over our cucumbers. And we'll kind of see how this goes. I may add some more vinegar to this mixture, but we will kind of see. Okay, give it a second to catch up to me stirring it. I'm a huge fan of balsamic. I think it makes a lot of stuff pop. And you can add a lot of different things to this. I have done this by putting sliced carrots in. I have done this putting broccoli, celery, pea pods, green beans. Basically, if it is a vegetable, you can do it. I have made almost like a sauerkraut this way too. Just kind of dumped. Well, I cooked the cabbage in the vinegar mixture, but a lot of times you can put a lot of this stuff in a pan or in a bowl like I did with the cucumbers. And then once this has a chance to boil, then you put it over it and you basically steam the flavor and vinegar into the pickles. And basically once these are done, or once I stir this in, once it's boiling, then I will put the lid on and these will set overnight. And then tomorrow, when we record an episode of our podcast, okay, I don't know if this is going to boil with all the seasoning on top. There it goes. Starting to. It's getting there. So I wanted to get a nice rolling boil, just to make sure this is really hot when it goes on top of the cucumbers. This helps make sure that they become pickled. Alright, so I brought it to a boil. I am going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'm going to put the camera back over on pickles and cucumbers. And I'm going to bring our hot vinegar mixture over. And I'm going to slowly pour that. Now, I have a lot of extra seasoning, and I'd rather not overdo the flavoring, so I'm going to let that go. And then, so now that this has ice that this has had a chance to make it into, okay. So, now that the vinegar has had a chance to kind of penetrate and get all over everything, I'm going to take the last of the balsamic, and I will be adding that. As well as another 2 cups of water. Because we want to make sure that these pickles, or cucumbers, or whatever you want to call them right now, are well covered. Yeah. And I will probably add some more water, but yeah, that's basically where we're at. Let's add some more water. There we go. Now, kind of work our seasoning in a little bit more. And there's a lot of void space down below, so I'll get all these pickles pressed underneath. And then I am going to add a little bit more sugar, and I'm going to let that, so I guess it is close to 8 ounces of sugar that you will have total. I like adding extra at the end, just because some of it cooks down, and I'd rather add a little bit towards the end, just in case you overpower it or underpower it. But yeah. And that is how you make my favorite basic fridge pickles. And the lid will go on these, and these will stay overnight. And we'll try them on our next episode of the podcast.